ਸਤਿ ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ, ਆਦਾਬ, ਨਮਸਤੇ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ। ਆਪਾਂ ਕਾਫੀ ਟਾਈਮ ਬਾਅਦ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵਲੌਗ ਬਣਾ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਟਰੈਵਲ ਕਰਨਾ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ ਆਪਾਂ ਵਿਦ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ। ਅਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਵੈਸੇ ਤਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਡਰਬੀ 'ਚ ਹੀ ਹਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ। ਇੱਥੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਿਲਕ ਮਿਲ ਫੈਸਟੀਵਲ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਆਏ ਸੀਗੇ ਅਤੇ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਨਾਲ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦਿਖਾਵਾਂਗੇ। ਅਤੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਤਾਂ ਡਰਬੀ ਜਾਂ ਲਾਗੇ ਛਾਗੇ ਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਆ ਉਹ ਜ਼ਰੂਰ ਘੁੰਮਣ। ਅਤੇ ਆ ਜਾਓ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਹਾਂ, ਫਿਰ ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ। ਤੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਹੁਣ ਪਤਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੀ ਦੇ ਨੇ। ਵਾਹ, ਇੰਨਾ ਵਧੀਆ ਵੈਦਰ। ਇੱਥੇ ਹੂਟ ਸੈਂਡ ਕੁਛ ਸੇਲ ਲਈ ਲੱਗਾ ਹੋਇਆ ਤੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਆਪਣੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਕਹਿ ਲਓ ਜਾਂ ਕੋਈ ਹੋਰ ਚੀਜ਼ਾਂ ਦੀ ਹੈਲਪ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ ਕਾਫੀ ਕੁਛ ਹੈਗਾ ਇੱਥੇ। ਦੇਖਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਬਾਕੀ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਸਰਚ ਕਰਕੇ। ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸੋਸ਼ਲ ਵਰਕਰ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਆ ਵਧੀਆ। This is the Derwent Valley Mill World Heritage Site. 300 year of making है, काफ़ी ज़्यादा पुरानी है। तो व्यू देखा तेरा ਤੁਸੀਂ ਲੰਡਨ ਜਾਂ ਡਰਬੀ ਜਾਂ ਹੋਰ ਵੀ ਕਿਤੇ ਚਲ ਜਾਓ ਇੱਧਰ ਇੰਗਲੈਂਡ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਵਿਊ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਆ ਔਸਮ ਮਿਲੂਗੇ।
Come speak to us after the gig and I'll tell you a bit more. This next one is called Somehow, and I wrote this all about, you guessed it, getting those Tory bastards out of government. Yes, it's true. I woke up after the by-election and I thought it was the general. Seriously, I woke up and I had this vision, I was like, they're out! But that day is drawing nearer and nearer, so I'd like to dedicate this to our dear friend Rishi. So you can hear it, sick and tired of all your bullshit. Now's the time that you must go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. You and your policies ain't dropping, the people's fight ain't stopping. Now's the time that you must go, 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 go. I wanna wake up in a new day. I want them to listen to me now. I wanna see a bright future. We're gonna make it there somehow. 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 We're gonna ship was barren and cold. Now's the time that you must go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. This country is changing, your face wants rearranging. Now's the time that you must go, 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 go. Wanna wake up in a new day. I want that you wait to me now. I wanna see a brighter future. We gotta make it there somehow. Somehow, somehow. Gonna make it there somehow. Somehow, somehow. Gotta make it there somehow. Living in the city, not such a pity. We're on to the countryside. Terrence and Theo, such is the Shio. There's nowhere for us to hide. Run me over the red tape, push me from me. I'll fight against their policy and their apathy. When they think they got me, dying on the floor, I pick myself right up again, following some more. Raise our voice out loud, stand up from the crowd. We need to show them we're right. A truth they conceal, a freedom they steal. Well, now is the time we gotta fight. Down the open their red tape, push them from me. Gotta fight against their policy and their apathy. When they think they got me, dying on the floor, I'll pick myself right up again and walk it in some more. Down the open their red tape, push them from me. Gotta fight against their policy and their apathy. When they think they got me, dying on the floor, I'll pick myself right up again and walk it in some more. Find me up in their red tape, push them from me. I'll fight against their policy and their apathy. And when they think they've got me dying on the floor, I'll pick myself right up again and fight when I'm some more.
And don't have that collective strength. It is absolutely crucial that we organise, young and precarious workers, not just for their own sakes, although it is definitely for their own sakes. I'm still on £7.50 an hour. I don't want to think about what our other young workers here today are on, but for the entire trade union movement as a whole, because we have to understand that precarious work is an attack on all workers. No worker is better off than whoever the lowest paid, the most precarious, and the least organised worker is, because that is what we will trend towards, and that is why we have to organise them. The Silk Mill is an absolutely inspiring event, and while I am extremely biased towards Derby, I think it's very telling that we were one of the first cities in the world to have proper organised industrial action, which is fantastic. And the topic, the theme of this year's Silk Mill Festival is Remember the Past and Fight for the Future. I think the last thing I want to say is that is so important, because when we're fighting for the future, we can't do it without remembering the past. And that isn't just remembering the victories, it isn't just remembering what we won, that's remembering how we did it, and also remembering how difficult that struggle was. It isn't called the struggle for no reason whatsoever, it's called it because it is bloody difficult. There were people, when the Silk Mill workers were out for 5-6 months, of course there were people saying, this is stupid, this is impossible, we can't do this. You can't organise workers, there'll never be legal trade unions in the UK, they'll never, you'll never have any rights to work, but we did, and that was because people fought, and that was because people believed that it was possible to organise, and they just got on with it, and they did the difficult organising. I think we also have to remember that the trade union movement has been its strongest when it has had its finger to the pulse of the social movements of the time, understood what is politicising, what is driving workers, not just in the workplace, but outside, the housing crisis, the climate crisis, and the current genocide ongoing in Gaza. These are what young workers are passionate about, and the trade union movement must be on the bleeding edge of these social movements, not only if it is to succeed, but if it is to organise the future generations of young people. I'm now going to pass on to our first fantastic speaker, Simon Weller, who's Assistant General Secretary of ASLEF, the Train Drivers Union, who have taken a huge amount of industrial action, the longest running industrial action in the last 2 years, in a widespread pay battle, and also just standing up for, you know, the incredible stuff that our railway workers do and are not often recognised for. Over to you, Simon.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Firstly, you may have noticed that we've been taking action for over 2 years now. And it's not just down to the normal disruption of the railway. This is actually, we've been taking industrial action. And I make no apology for it. I make no apology for the action that the ASLEF members have taken across all the train operating companies that are controlled by the Department for Transport. Because I'm going to make no apology for train drivers or workers who are defending their terms and conditions. And it was very clear from the outset where the government wanted to be. They wanted to strip us of our pretty reasonable terms and conditions. They thought we were overpaid. They couldn't understand why. Why do they earn more than bus drivers? Why do they earn more than the average wage? You saw the attacks that came on us during these disputes. There is a reason we've got half-decent terms and conditions. There is a reason we have reasonable salaries. It's because we're unionised. And it's because we're prepared to fight. Thank you. And where they failed was to break that. And it's taken 2 years for them to suddenly realise that actually they're losing. They thought by changing the rules, by bringing in minimum service levels, that would break us. Actually, it made us stronger. The first company, LNER, who tried to impose minimum service levels, and there were a couple of other companies that were interested in doing this. Well, LNER, they won the speedboat. They got 5 extra strike dates consecutively. Then suddenly, all the other companies that were keen on minimum services went alarmingly quiet. And LNER pulled their desire to have the minimum service levels, and we pulled the 5-day strike. Now, there was subsequent action after that, which again, they failed to deliver MSLs, and then suddenly we get a call from the DFT, the tone has changed, and we need to get this resolved. It's only taken you 2 years to realise that you're going to lose. Problem for us now is they've called a general election, which has kind of put everything